So today, it's a story time about the time I got caught at a boy's house by my mom. I know, right? So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So, this wasn't that far back, like, this was recent. This was the summertime. So, it was me and my two other female friends that I used to be, real close with. I'm not dropping no names in this video, but we were all going to go out to a party that night, but we had secret agendas. Like, I was supposed to go to a sneaky link, whatever, and they were going to one of the other girls' house to get her hair fixed. So, we all hop on the bus, We get on the bus, I get off my bus to get off, and I'm walking down the street. Mind you, the street is so long, like it's blocks and blocks and blocks. So I'm using my GPS on my phone. So at first I start walking the wrong way, the wrong direction, right? So then I get back to the right direction, and I'm walking. They on the way to the other girls. So I'm walking, and it's dark outside, mind you, it's dark. And I'm like, I don't like walking by myself while it's dark outside, because I'm a black girl, And walking, whatever, So, it's this app y'all might know called Life 360. So, me and my mom got that on our phone because we downloaded it when sex trafficking was at a high, especially in Buffalo, New York. So, we downloaded the app so she would track my location. She usually, around this time, she would check it here and there, like whatever, just make sure you're safe or whatever. So, but let me give you a quick backstory. I had two phones at the time. I had an iPhone 8, which was on my phone, but I broke it. And the store, I'm really cool with the dude that owned the store. He was like, okay, I'm going to give you this temporary one for free until our shipments of 11s come in. So you get an 11. Now, this was like an iPhone XR Max or whatever, I don't know. So I had that, but it was off, so I could only use it, connect to Wi-Fi. But I had my iPhone 8, which was broken, like I couldn't use it. So, with that being said, I used that as my Wi-Fi source, and I used that as my everyday phone. So, mind y'all, the iPhone 8 phone, it was like, it would take all night just to get to 80%, even if you leave it alone. So I used to have to always keep my charger with me. So anyways, I just had to give y'all that because that's an important detail later in the story. So I'm walking on the street, whatever. This night my mom was at a birthday party next door. So I'm like, when my mom drinks, she check on me 25/8 all the time. You good? You okay? But in my head, I'm like, okay, she not gonna do that this night. Boy, was I mistaken. So the whole time I'm on the bus, walking down the street, she ain't called, text, nothing. I get to the boy house. We're gonna call him H. I get to H house. We chilling. We didn't really do nothing. Let me just put that out there. We didn't do nothing. Why all of a sudden, as soon as we made physical contact, not like that type of physical contact with your dirty minds, like play fighting contact, as soon as hands touched, my phone FaceTime is ringing. Who y'all think it is? Who y'all think FaceTime is? My mama. My mama. I'm so blind. My mama FaceTimed me. As soon the first physical skin to skin contact, I get a FaceTime call from my mom, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, okay, boom. So I take my phone and I run upstairs in the bathroom. Now my mom is mad smart. She's young. I'm not gonna say her age, but she's not dumb. She knows when something is up. So, cause she used all these tricks on her parents. So I run upstairs to the bathroom, and I'm acting like I'm using the bathroom on the phone with her. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, using the bathroom. She's like, at who house? I'm like, so-and-so cousin house. let me speak to so-and-so. That was one of the girls I was with. Oh, let me speak to her. I was like, they left to go get some hair stuff from her house. It's only down the street, but they being back. She like, oh, so you there, and they just left you there. I'm like, yeah, but they coming right back. I cannot, like, I could lie to my mama, but it's like certain stuff I cannot. I just be like, fuck. So I'm like, yeah. She like, Brooklyn, stop fucking playing with me. Da 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 da. You ain't where you supposed to be. You supposed to be with them at all times. Why you not with them? That don't make sense for her to leave you. Da da da. Fuck. What am I gonna do? I'm panicking. I'm like, okay. So I go downstairs, and a boy, he like, so what's happening? I'm like, my mom wildin'. She know something's up. And I'm like, she called me again. She like, hello, why do you keep hanging up on me? Da 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 da. I'm like, I put her on me. I'm like, yo, tell her you so-and-so cousin. He like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, nigga, tell her you're so-and-so's cousin so she can believe me. He was not trying to do it. I'm like, Ma, see, his grandma here, they grandma here, da 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 da, everything. I'm showing her. I'm like, look, da 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 da. Show her on the phone. Mom, you see everybody, your grandma, and she knows stop fucking playing with me, da 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 da. Mad embarrassing in front of the boy, but me and the boy got history, so like he know me, everything cool. It's like mad awkward. I'm like, oh my gosh, yelling at me, cussing me out. Brooklyn, something told me not to sneak over this boy's house. But of course, being a dummy, listening to other people, I stuck over there anyways. And she like, I'm not fucking playing with you. Get the fuck back to that bus stop, catch the bus to her house, and stay there. Da 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 da. I'm coming, having Zoe come pick you up. Zoe's my little brother dad. I'm like, okay, mom, whatever. So I put on my shoes. Mind you, I didn't even put my shoes on all the way. I put them on halfway because I'm hurried trying to run. So remember how I said I got the 2 phones, and the one that works, the 8, if it dies, it dies, and then I can't use the XR because I don't have no Wi-Fi. So I'm walking down the street. I'm walking down the street. I'm calling the girls. I'm like, yo, she called me. She seen da 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 da. They're like, what you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm tweaking. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell her, what I'm supposed to do. So mind you, I said the street was mad long, like mad blocks long. So I'm walking, and then this dude, mind you, it's pitch black outside, pitch black, dark. So I'm walking, and it's like raining, like it's sprinkling. So I'm walking, and this dude in his car, he's like, yo, what's up? I'm like, but when I say I took off running, I said, no, I don't need kidnapping on my list tonight. I'm already caught sneaking, everything. Kidnapping is not going to be the next thing on my list. So I started running down the street, and I'm on the phone. I got my mom on the 8 phone and my friend on the XR phone. I'm like, yo, can you tell my mom that you left me at your cousin's house while y'all went to get hair stuff? She like, yeah, mom, da 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 da. My mom, she hearing it, but she like, I don't know. So then I hang up on them. I'm on the phone, mom, she, get the fuck, da 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 da. Phone dies in the middle of her cussing me out. I'm like, oh, what am I about to do? Phone dead, can't use the other one. I'm in the middle of getting cussed out. What am I supposed to do? And she checking my location. Why are you on blank blank street? So, anyways, I make it to a corner store, and I asked them, like, yo, do you have a phone that I can use? The store dude, he had a house phone, so I'm using that. I'm on the phone with them. I'm like trying to get my story straight. I'm like, what I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do, da 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 da. So I get the story, and I'm calling her. She's like, where the fuck you at? Why you hanging with me? I'm like, the phone died, but I'm using a corner store phone. She's like, stay where you at. I'm finna have Zoe come pick you up right now. I'm not playing with you, and I deal with you when I get home. When she said that, I know what that means. I know what that means, that I deal with you when I get home. When you get home, it's like, you know you done fucked up. You might as well kiss your life goodbye, your phone, your door, your life, your social life, your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Bitch, you on lockdown. So I'm waiting there. My little brother come pick me up, and I'm like, he like, what happened? I'm telling him the same story I told her. I'm like, they left me at the cousin's house. So they left me at the cousin's house, and while they went to go grab hair stuff, I only stayed there so that my phone could charge. See, I came up with a better story when I got a chance to breathe. I'm like, I stayed there so my phone could charge. And he like, all right. I'm like, Zoe, don't leave me at this house with her. She's going to kill me. Do not leave me. He like, she's not going to kill me. I'm like, Zoe, do not leave me at this house with my mama, period. He like, I'm going to talk to her. I'm like, Zoe, don't leave me at this motherfucking house. You like my nose piercing? It's a B. Anyways, so we pull up to the house. My heart racing. I'm like, yo, when I walk in, I'm getting punched right in the forehead. She'll be waiting on me. What the dude say?
I was waiting on you at the door. Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
She'll be waiting for me at the door. So, baby, I walked in the house in dark. My jacket, she wasn't home. She was next door. Like, literally next door. So, I walk in. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm home. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, man, forget it, man. I ain't even finna go in my room and act like shit cool. I'm just sit on the couch and just deal with what I gotta deal with when she ain't here. She is fine. He went over there next door to talk to her. My bad, y'all, my AirPod case. He went over there to talk to her. I guess be like, oh yeah, she's at the house. We're here, blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking through the peephole, watching, and I'm like, all right, he over there talking to her. Where is she at? Like, build up, like, where are you? Where are you? Like, are you gonna come through the door and kill me yet? So 10 minutes passed. She still ain't. So I'm sitting at the kitchen table. And I'm sitting on the kitchen floor, waiting and waiting. Time going by. And then I hear the car start. And I'm like, fuck. The car started. He leaving, so that must mean she on the way out. 20 minutes passed. The car left. He left. She still ain't at the house. I'm like, yo, I ain't finna text her or call her. Where you at? So I'm like, whatever, man. At this point, it's been, 30, 40 minutes since I've been home? I said, forget it, and I go in my room. So I go in my room, it's been 20, 30, 40 minutes. I'm on the phone with my friend, and I'm telling her what happened. So I'm like, yo, I'm not about to keep waking up getting scared and nervous. I'm just finna get in the bed and go to sleep. I guess she had came home because she was there the next morning. She didn't wake me up out of my sleep, cussing me out, yelling at me, nothing. I think she realized, like, you're a teenager, this is what you're gonna do. You didn't do nothing, it's fine. And I'm like, I wake up like, I'm still here. I ain't dead. My phone's still next to me. What's going on? So she wake up. We don't even talk about the situation. Like, she didn't say nothing about it the next morning, the next day, nothing. Like 2 days passed. She was like, oh yeah, you're on punishment. Like, it wasn't even on no crazy stuff. It was just like, oh, you're on punishment. You're not going out for a week. So we go by. My friend called me. She like, you coming out with us this weekend? I'm like, I'm on punishment. So I'm like, Mom, no. I got them on the phone, and my mom. I'm like, Mom. So I said, can I go out with them this weekend? She's like, you still on punishment. But she said it in like a joking manner. So I'm like, she said, I'm still on punishment. She's like, let me talk to her. I'm like, Ma. I'm like, here you go. She can hear you. She's like, Ma, it's been a week. Let her come out with us. Da, 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 da. And my mom looked at me. She's like, go ahead. Go out. Whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Da, da, da. Handphone. She like, da, da, da. Don't let it happen again. Stuff like that. I know y'all like, oh, girl, that was the top of the wrist. My mama is not like that. She do not play that. At this time, she wasn't doing no boy. You ain't going over no boy house. If a boy come over this house, y'all sitting right in the living room. Ain't none of that. She's still kind of like that to this day about the whole living room situation. But I don't even be having boys come over because y'all dirty. But she like, this was like when I never even asked to go to a boy house at this time. And it's like, you done bitch, you done fucked up your whole shit. Till you like 18, sneaking somewhere and you ain't even asked yet. Like, now I wonder if you would have asked her, she would have said, yeah. You just done. I done fucked the whole shit up. But yeah, that was the story on how I got caught at a boy's house by my mama. If y'all like this story, make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe, share, turn your post notification bell on so you can be notified every time Brookie Woo uploads another video. If y'all want any other story times, you know, on my social medias is, I'll put them right here. Facebook, Brookie Williams. Snapchat, Brookie Bands with a Z on the end. Instagram, Brookie X Bands with a Z on the end. Hit me up on any of those platforms, or you can comment ideas. I respond to everybody, obviously. And we out.